Hello! Oh, it won't let me burst at the door. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, Red Dead Redemption 2. In the last episode, we raided the O'Driscoll camp over here in, I don't even know where it was. And we can't even read the map yet. And I've already forgotten what this place is. And where we went. Over in, Basin. The area we're in is in the Grizzlies, I believe. We're in the north end of the Grizzlies. Earring Basin? Damn it, I'm no good with cursive. It's not that we can't read cursive, it's that cursive was at one point, like, forced to be in the curriculum, and then they, like, put it as a side curriculum. Like, I think you had to go and do it as an elective or something. You had to go and do it. They didn't keep it in the schools. Like, they didn't... I'm very good at wording things. You know, this totally helps my case. They didn't keep it fully in there. It was very annoying. Hey, look.
For me, you know. Or maybe they'll come looking for those O'Driscoll boys we killed at that ranch down the way.
Who was that? Declan? Fat Tommy?
We didn't get as far as introductions.
Anywho, cursive was not kept, and they didn't have common writing in this. More importantly, it would have said it when we moved around the area, I think. I'm not sure. Either way, let's go talk to Dutch over here in...
We're gonna starve to death up here, Mr. Morgan.
Talk to William. Oh, Mr. Pearson. I'm stupid. Anywho, let's talk to Mr. Pearson.
We're okay. We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy...
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
We were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a second. Hold on. Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving would be preferable.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
Fair enough.
Here, you take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine. All right.
Damn it.
Let's head
Right.
out.
So, we have assorted offal. We have a bow and we have a gun. We're not going to equip the gun because we're going to want to do that. There are modified ammo types for weapons as well, which is cool. Yeah, I want to match the speed. So, fuck. Yeah, you leave on an object, it will do that.
Charles?
I'm okay, apart from this hand. Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
It'll be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
You'll be fine.
So, you reckon we're gonna find something to kill that ain't an O'Driscoll?
There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed. We'll head up this way, find some higher ground.
Whew. Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, going out for John, that thing with the O'Driscolls.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
Fair enough. We'll get a tutorial on the bow in a second. I don't gotta talk about it. Sorry for spoiling, we're gonna get a tutorial, but last I checked to get a tutorial for it. One day we'll have free reign, and then I'll have to devise a plan on how I'm going to do stuff. But for now, it seems like almost a mission per episode now that I think about it. Correction! Last episode had, I think, a couple before I was allowed to save. What I should do? Sure, I'm keeping up. Oh. Oh, I can't do nothing for the horse right now. That sucks.
There's some patches of grass here. This is good. Come on.
Nice.
Let's try this way. Keep your eyes peeled for movement. The wind's died down too.
That's good.
No wind at all is bad, but if it's too strong, they won't move. Now shh. Stay quiet.
There are animals pretty much everywhere normally in the game. You move like you move 10 feet, you see a new one.
Stop here a second. I see something. There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? Let's walk it from here. You're gonna need the bow. Don't leave it on your horse. The gun will scare everything.
Put it on her back. I believe if you put an object on your back.
Quiet
Nope.
as you can. Stay low and move slowly. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
Double pressing will allow you to do that. Going into this eagle eye mode, you can actually follow tracks physically.
In the snow, but once you get
Except
right,
in the snow, it's a little bit harder to see.
as well in-
There's actually, I believe, oh no, there's only a line in eagle eye, but it gets highlighted in yellow, which can still be seen. Fun fact, you guys still have a better way of checking. You can see better than I can currently. And even then, it's not that much better. I've got more blue than you do. Okay, good. I am following. Are you? I think I saw it. Maybe not. Great, of course. Well, why wouldn't it tell me that?
Wait, look. There they are. Are you ready with that bow?
Oh.
Try to hit him in the neck or head. Quick and clean. Get good tension on the string before just don't overdo it. Now, Arthur. Nice. See if you can get another one.
Hello. I guess the thing is Charlie will go and grab this one, and then the second one we find will allow us to ourselves to grab it. Grab that arrow real quick. Arrows, I believe, arrows can be salvaged most of the time. Oh wow, I think I've cracked the other deer somehow. If the game will let me, you can use your binoculars to study stuff. It makes it a lot easier. There's two of them. If you study, it'll tell you what you need to do. If you go into your compendium, which I believe is in progress. Yep, compendium. You'll get info on stuff like animals, equipment, fish, gangs, plants, horses, weapons, cigarette cards. 1 of 144. I told you there was a lot. Anywho, if we go to deer, I believe we need to get a few more kills, or we need to study another one. I think we might actually have to skin it now that I think about it. Yeah, I think we have to skin one first. Wild-tailed deer are found in a variety of habitats across the states, but are common to the forests. Let's go to increase your chances of a kill. Keeping your distance can help you. Long-range weapons such as rifle or a bow with poison arrows are considered to be the best when hunting. But you can hunt them with normal arrows. It just has a lower chance of downing them. Although, I don't know, I believe the meat can still be used if you use poison arrows. More importantly, we've got a deer to shoot.
Got it. Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
You sure your hand's okay?
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay, go grab the other one.
Go and pick up an animal. Whistle your horse. You can only whistle your horse within range. Its range, I believe, gets increased the more you bond with it as well, I think. Yep, increased distance in which it will respond. You'll also continuously tap it. They will try and beeline for you. They may take an awkward route as well. I thought he's probably moving slowly because of the snow. Warning! If you bag an animal, depending on where you shot it, can actually allow your stuff to get damaged, if I'm correct. So if you take a deer and you don't skin it, if you just take it, and you have other pelts on, also that can happen.
All right, boy.
Which is hilarious. But more importantly, yeah, when you take your, watch out. depending on where you shoot them.
Ready
If
to
you
head
shoot them in the
back
head,
when you are.
you shoot them in the head, you'll be fine. But if you shoot them in the body, you have a higher chance of them, and you take them, you have a higher chance of having them bleed on your other pelts that you would have. Certain pelts can be placed on the back of your horse, like deer pelts. There is a second variety of pelts that are larger pelts. They're from specific animals that are obviously bigger. Most of the time, you can't take their bodies. In fact, I think all of the larger animals, you can't take their bodies, but animals like deer, small, like medium-sized game can be taken and you can take their bodies. But large game, you have to take their pelts instead. But I believe their blood won't seep onto the pelt. But the bodies of the medium-sized animals will fit there. Small animals can be placed on the horse as well. That's another thing. Small animals can be placed. You can place 2 small animals. You can only place 1 large object, like a carcass.
Nice work,
You could also
Arthur.
drop these
Should be
carcasses
enough
off.
meat here to keep us all fed for a few.
You could drop these carcasses off to Pearson, which is what it's telling us. I believe you get money for dropping off carcasses, which will make his meal better, I think.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen enough of that.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We'll still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan. You notice
So-
how Pearson...
There's multiple classes of quality in animals. There is poor quality, good quality, and perfect quality. Speaking back to when I said the carcasses can bleed on pelts, they can actually ruin the quality of pelts. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know like what level it becomes. I don't know if it lowers by a level the longer you have a carcass on the back of your horse. I know that the carcass itself can also degrade over time. That's what I wanted to tell you about. Carcasses will degrade over time, and at a certain point, they will become a rotted carcass. Then, you can't pick them up, and there's a higher likelihood of animals trying to scavenge them. I think also, if you let a corpse get attacked by scavengers, like scavenging animals, it will also rot them. As
He's had a
gameplay mechanic.
bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater. We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. We've only been up here a few days and have already picked up 2 more mouths to feed.
1 more. We ain't feeding the O'Driscoll a damn thing. Except maybe that can of salted offal Pearson was kind enough to give us.
The girl, she has a wild look in her eye.
Of course. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Well, once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
Who knows? Maybe she'll deal with the O'Driscoll for us.
Well, I know who my money's on in that fight. He's weak, but that makes him much more useful. Maybe we can get to them before they get to us.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Colm, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
Watch out! Bear up ahead. Let's see if we can find another way around.
He's got a lot of meat on him.
We've got enough here. No need to push our luck. You must be real hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter. Cut up here, off the trail.
Yeah, yeah. Boy.
Hey, look, the tutorial for the thing I've already talked about. You can also just
Hey,
pat
you
your
never
horse,
talk
but
that
that won't
much, you
fully
mate.
work.
How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here?
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No. No, not at all. Just know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep.
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch... You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right.
How's that new horse?
He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Hucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
Alright, so when we make it back to camp, I believe it'll give us essentially a rundown of what we can do. You actually have multiple options in the way
I'm gonna
of...
hitch Taima over here.
Brought some food back, boys!
Yeah, so Taina is the horse.
Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. And thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
Only show.
The horse cargo is shown there. You can actually check your own cargo too.
Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Of course. Ew, there's other shit on the ground. Oh well. Anywho, you can bring carcasses multiple ways. You can actually do it manually, but if your horse is hitched close enough, I don't know. I think it actually is if your horse is in camp. I believe you can have any carcasses brought to the camp.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid you.
Why, he loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Fair enough.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skin that one, you dump on
So-
the floor there.
You hold wire to skin animals. As I said earlier, you can use their pelts, put them on the back of the horse. You can also use them for other things. Anything? Okay, in the future things will be cool.
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town. If you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course.
Right now, I'm just looking to get off this mountain alive.
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah. Well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days.
If I recall, you bring food to Pearson, he will have better stew. I'm not sure. Master Hunter Challenge. Oh, great, and a few days later. Weird. Why were there ones there but not earlier?
Weeks. But Dutch being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here, then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail.
Dutch,
Jackie.
the boy wanted to see you, John.
He's seen me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking, we could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea. We're living. Look at me. We're living. Even you. But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you. I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share.
Dutch!
Gentlemen, it is time to make something of ourselves. Get your horses ready. We have a train to rob.
You know what? I don't know if I want to do this one.
All right, let's head out.
Fuck. We've skinned a deer. Let me guess, I can't save because of story progress. I can't save because I'm in the middle of a mission. You know what? Fuck it. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do 2 missions in this episode? I think this one will be relatively long. You know what? I would love to have a safe save, but I do have an autosave that I can hold on to. The save will tell you the mission you were on previously. So the mission around the time of the save is where it'll like the last mission you've done is where it'll usually like have it where you saved. There's autosave is here. Hopefully it'll stay there. I don't know, but fun fact, I did launch the game with quick resume and it didn't close. So as I said, this game with quick resume on Xbox works pretty well. Though if you are playing it on a PlayStation or a PC, that's fair enough. Still a fun game no matter what. But it does work. The quick resume on Xbox is pretty good on this game. I think it's mostly better for single player games, but even then, there are some single player games that will cause problems, like I think online games that require stuff, I believe Assassin's Creed works pretty good, although eventually I think 4 has a problem eventually. Depends on how long you have it open for, how many times you quick resume. Because if I recall, the quick resume uses memory to do something, and so you'll pop back in to the game pretty quick. I believe the Resident Evil games, I think, worked. I don't know. No, I believe you get disconnected from your profile temporarily, which can mess things up sometimes. But for this game, that doesn't happen really that often. So I will hopefully have the save here ready. Anywho, if you like this video, you can like it down below. You can comment. That's entirely up to you. If you want to subscribe, I recommend you hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload. I'm very sorry these episodes are, relatively short still, but missions are still long, and I still want to show you content. But there's still limits on what I can do. In the future, maybe I'll extend it a bit more. Maybe we'll have shorter missions to do, where they only take like 20 minutes to do, or like 15 minutes to do, but a lot of the missions in this game aren't very long. I think I might try and do some hunting eventually, which will probably cut down into what I want to gather. If there's anything interesting that happens while I'm out hunting in the game. But more importantly, I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Alrighty. Bye-bye!